Kelvin Ariol in the CX Racing FCRX7. Ooh, Kelvin. It's exploding that front bumper. As it says on his windshield, ding. Uh-oh.
All right. Okay, here in the garage, here's some behind the scenes. Okay, so I got the stud kit in. I made these four, 1, 2, 3, 4, shorter, because these are the sides that the pan comes out. And then here's my oil pan. I filled it with fluid just to make sure there's no leaks. So this is the final test. And to clear the pickup a little better, I took the hole saw and I cut that through, deburred the edges. Painting little things like the dipstick. Okay, so more or less have all my parts organized here and cleaned. Fuel rail injectors, coils, little grommets, all the couplers and hoses I cleaned the best I could. Oh, also I got this 6-puck sprung clutch. I was so close. Gotta shave down this stud also. Oh, I'm on the last one. Last one left. Me being me, I'm not trying to buy a new throttle bearing. I'm gonna take some of this disc brake bearing grease. We're just trying to pack as much grease as we can in here. A little bit of white grease to place into the fork. Nice and greasy. I gotta get this engine onto the floor so I can finally bolt up the transmission. Same thing. I don't have an extra pilot bearing. I just popped off the seal. Just get a little bit of grease and get it in there. Just for my own knowledge, I'd like to measure the thickness. We're about 6.7, 9.0. So I'm hoping this release is okay. Okay, so decided to do a compression test here. Okay, about 50. I don't know if I believe this compression tester. Okay, what did the compression test tell us? That the compression tester is broken. It's happening. We're in the garage. Thanks to this young man. Alright, a little sketchy, but as you can see, it's up in the air on stands. Okay, so I got this engine, and I got this car, and I have that cross member, and I have that cross member. So the plan is to get the engine in with the new cross member and maybe paint that frame rail a bit. Okay, so I just want to share my homemade roll center adjusters. They're 50 millimeter. Cost me 10 bucks. Had to make some clearance for the brake caliper bolt. This is before I had the mill, right? And then I just have dowel pins I took from different knuckles and I place them in there. Right, good enough for me. Got okay, I got the engine mocked up here. Got the transmission bolted up. Got the hockey puck with a piece of wood. Drain plug's not leaking. Alright, so the pan is more or less flush with the cross member. I had to tilt it over a little to make it sit correct. And deep down in there, there is credit card fitment to the front cover. That's the way I like it. Let's get it done. Don't forget to subscribe. Sanded these down. I have to cut this out of metal. Cut the wrong line. I'm supposed to cut this line, not this line. Nice and hot.
Oiga.
One in.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Probably bottom out. Working on the steering shaft to connect the steering column to the steering rack. If it doesn't work out, then I have to cut it. Anyways, as you can see, I had to put a slit through here. Got my broken heat gun. Kinda speed dry this paint job here. Done. I need some control arms. Doesn't look too bad. There it is. As you guys know, as you start to make progress, we run into an issue. Steering column is hitting these headers. Hello? Is anyone home? Okay, as with anything, I say this is a temporary fix. Sorted out most of the wiring. I got it to crank and it kind of fired, but I was just backing off just so I can gain oil pressure. She ran. Okay, haven't done much vlogging today, but cleaned up the wiring, put all the clamps, tidied everything up. I swapped the diff. Was messing with this wideband O2 sensor for a while. I don't know if I have the wrong sensor or burnt sensor, or if the controller's messed up. But I'm about to drop her on the floor. I'll also was messing with the wheel bearings and clearance and knuckles and all sorts of mess. Today, didn't do much vlogging today because I was actually working on the damn car. Next footage will be at the track. Thanks for watching. I'm freaking tired. I'm ready to drive this thing. Let's go.